Okay. This is Ktown RNS. I'm Ryan. This is Sean. We are here going live with the show to share some news with you for Ktown fans and fans around the world. And hopefully it'll be soon. Hopefully it'll be many.
Oh, that would be nice.
But for news for you, we got
Yes, what's new in the world today, Ryan?
we got more crazy stuff here.
No news like good news. What's the good
Well,
news?
some good news.
Yes.
We got Keanu Reeves buying ice cream he didn't like to write down an autograph for a fan. Went viral.
Keanu Reeves from, what was the movie he was in? The Matrix.
Matrix.
Bought an ice cream he didn't even want to eat, but could write the autograph down on a receipt for a fan.
Mhm.
That's nice. That's good.
Yeah, it went viral.
That's good.
Here's a crazy one for you.
What's that?
Man survives after being impaled by stolen tripod that was thrown off an overpass in Sacramento, California.
I did read that today. Somebody stole it and then ditched it off an overpass. I thought the guy died. Not that I want him to die. He didn't die?
I don't think he did.
Oh, they caught the guy who threw it, though.
Yeah, but can you imagine that coming to your van windshield?
I'd be ticked.
Yeah,
ticked.
That'd be something else.
My lack of other colorful adjectives for the lack of the word of ticked, but yeah. Someone call Judge Judy on that. That's.
Hopefully he's still alive. I don't know if he's alive or not.
I hope so.
And doggy cam catches pet sitter naked on client's couch with a strange man in their home. But what if you had a dog and you had a dog sitter? Oh, this dog sitter had like 210 rating through this pet app.
He was rated 210.
Which is high, I'm guessing.
So he's like an A plus.
I mean, she
was an A plus
pet sitter.
pet sitter.
I guess top notch.
And the dog owner come home and she's sitting nude on the sofa.
No, the dog had a doggy cam. It had a doggy cam on its leash.
Oh, okay.
And they wasn't expecting the dog to catch on video that she was naked on the couch. And I guess it was her boyfriend or something that came in. And things got pretty heated.
I wouldn't take that. That'd be like, you're buying me a new couch, you're paying to have this clean, you're fired.
I'm pretty sure she didn't get away with it too easily. But
Donald Trump, you're fired.
So, I mean, Donald Trump.
Why?
Trump's my man. You know, like him.
I'm not picking on him. I'm just quoting him from The
He's done
Apprentice.
a lot of good stuff.
I have nothing to say about that topic. I don't. I do, but I won't. And
We all have our ways to be.
I'm not striking the politic nerve. I'm not. But
Yeah, let's not do that. These people don't want to listen to politics. They want to listen to our
no,
stuff.
I'm not. I don't have a bad feeling about him. It's just I was quoting him from when I said what I said. I was quoting him from The Apprentice
Back in the day.
back in the day.
Oh, there's some more good news.
What's
Man with autism graduates after 12 years. He said giving up would have been the easy way out.
Well, good
So
for
that's
him.
good. Yeah, 12 years. It's a long time, but at least he graduated.
What did he take up?
Didn't go into detail.
Didn't go into detail.
Just didn't go into detail. Just he graduated.
Okay. What else? What else?
Oh, for Goodwill hunters and thrift store shoppers. There's a big thing I just noticed. Actually, having a mint Snow White VHS could be worth $8,000 or more.
A mint.
Condition Snow White VHS and 7 Dwarfs.
If you have a mint condition, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs on a VHS cassette, it can be worth up to how much?
Up to $8,000 or more.
Why? Because they're in such short print or
I'm
circular?
guessing.
I'll tell you another movie that's, I don't know the specifics on it, would be worth a lot on VHS. probably on VHS. Because I remember Disney's Fantasia, that whole big, long, musical animated movie that was like long.
Fantasia.
Yeah, I'm talking like Charleston Heston, whatever his name is. Whenever he played Moses in Ten Commandments, remember that movie?
Yeah.
Fantasia is just about as long, but there was some sort of stipulation because of the art in it. It has like mythological creatures in it.
That's like a lot of Disney, though. It's issues like that.
Centaurs and whatever you want to call them. It was full of that. And I guess because of the artistic description in them, not being their upper torsos. Quit laughing.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Their upper torsos weren't clothed. I'll put it to you that way. It's not explicit R-rated material, but because it has that in it, there was a big will-to-do about Disney's Fantasia, why it's no longer in circulation or print. If anybody watching or watches later has a copy of Disney's Fantasia, the full-length version, either VHS or DVD.
And that's the original, that's not the Fantasia 2000.
Yeah, the original one, like I'm going to say late 70s, early 80s, maybe mid-80s. I'm not sure. If you have that original version copy, put that in the comments. If you have the full-length unedited one, and if you have the time, watch that. Rewatch that if you can, and just make a little comment saying how vivid or explicit that movie really is, because I know as a young child I wasn't allowed to watch that. My parents wouldn't let me watch that because of the art in it.
Oh man, it's crazy because
and I can't find a copy. Not to cut you off, I cannot find a copy.
I actually got a box of Disney VHSs downstairs of all kinds. Not just that. Remember all the ones. Which reminds me, in the comments, put what was your favorite Disney VHS? Yeah, leave those, because there's a lot of them. Was what Lady and the Tramp, like the big controversial one was Little Mermaid. Remember that?
I do remember Little Mermaid.
I'm not gonna go into great detail.
We all know the controversy about the Little Mermaid.
And it was more than one. And then there's also what Aladdin had an occasion.
Aladdin, the Lion King. Who knows what Disney intentionally or unintentionally puts in their films? As with any movie producing company. I'm not singling out Disney. I know I'm saying that name over and over. I'm not fearing a lawsuit from Disney, but you see what you see when you watch something, and it's kind of hard to miss.
This is the stuff that's all over TV, all over the news, over there that they say. I mean, it's not like, and I heard through the grapevine that most of this stuff happened just based on the artists. The artists were so overworked and angry, they would sneak these things in, and some people noticed them. And but
I've seen all the good stuff from those old classic movies. I really have, and I can say if I didn't, when somebody told me, I'd get a copy of that film and watch it to see if I could see it or not. Some I could, some I couldn't. Another good one was DuckTales, the movie.
DuckTales.
The movie. Not the new one that came out, the new animated series that just came out, the remake. But the original, do you remember DuckTales?
I remember the TV
series
show, yeah.
Well, they did a movie where they went over somewhere, and the main wizard guy at the end turns into this big griffin, half eagle, half lion creature from mythology. But just watch, I don't want to say too much, just watch DuckTales the movie. You, me, anybody watching, and tell me what you see in the center of Uncle Scrooge's carpet, on the floor in his money bin, where the office is in his money bin, or it might be like a stained glass mural somewhere on the wall or the ceiling. But yeah, look for the stained glass mural on the wall or the ceiling or the carpet on the floor in Uncle Scrooge's office within the money bin. That's if you have an original, uncut, unedited version of that film. Now, if it's in the newer ones, it's a matter of technical difficulties.
Why is this going so slow?
I know there's kind of It might have to do with your camera.
I wasn't doing it before, though.
I don't know. Maybe because there's two of us and the eye has to focus.
I was doing it with you. Well, maybe the videos don't come out all right.
I'd hate to do take two of this because this is all
Original stuff.
this is all live. This isn't rehearsed. I can't do take
Actually,
separate.
I don't know why this thing is doing this.
What, are we stopped?
No.
Oh, we're still going.
I minimized it.
You minimized it.
But what would be causing this? Somebody knows, let me know, because I don't see that sauce right there. I don't know why.
It may have something to do with the RAM or the ROM, the memory. If it worked fine the last time, I think it's the camera. You know, you can upgrade to a better camera and plug it in.
But on the Facebook Live,
This Facebook Live have a different video system than YouTube, though, maybe.
I don't know about using the same camera.
I'm saying maybe Facebook's camera has a different speed time reaction to YouTube's. I don't know. I've never been on YouTube before. Not to my knowledge. It might have been that one time. I don't remember.
But anyway, I mean, maybe I do need to update something. But basically, yeah. I mean, some of those movies are worth money. You got what? Lady and the Tramp.
Oh, absolutely.
What else you have? You got Snow White. You have The Sword and the Stone.
Sorcerer's Apprentice. Oh, you want to list all the Disney movies? That's not going to happen. What was my favorite Disney movie? It's hard to say. What was the title of it? The one with the wizard and the Sword and the Stone. That was it.
That's an oldie there. That was around about the same time. Pretty close to.
I like Merlin in that. And he and the young Arthur turned into a fish and then a bird. I like the wizard's duel that he had with Hagatha, the witch.
I don't remember her.
When they were turning into other animals to beat one another, and the only rule was that you couldn't turn yourself invisible. And he turns into a ghost, she turns into a snake, he turns into a rat, she turns into all these different things. And eventually he's like, they're not gaining headway on either one. He's like, fine, I'll have it. And poof, he disappears. And she stops fighting with him. She goes, you're cheating. The duel is over. I win. And he's like, madam, I am not invisible. I am a virus. He goes, I am microscopic. You can't see me with the naked eye, but I'm not invisible. And you have just caught me. And he gave Hagatha himself in virus form. And she got this really nasty cold. And she was down for the count. And then, they declared him the winner. And then they show her in bed laying all sick with a thermometer in her mouth.
I do remember
With
that
a
battle.
hot pack on her head and stuff.
That was, oh man.
That was a good one. I like that movie. That's probably my favorite. My favorite one.
I don't know why, but I have to say Aladdin was my favorite.
The new Jungle Book. The live-action Jungle Book.
I did not like any of the new stuff.
I liked it because it had Christopher Walken as the voice of King Louie. I never seen the live-action Lion King. Never seen it. I don't care. Live-action Sonic the Hedgehog movie's coming out. What's your take on
I
it?
did see that. I think that's something different.
Pokemon, the movie. Detective Pikachu.
No.
Pass.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Sorry, Pokemon fans.
If it was like a live action Pokemon movie, that'd be pretty cool. But the Pokemon detective thing, I just don't like it.
Pikachu talks through the whole entire thing, and he's his own little Pikachu version of Sherlock Holmes, I guess.
No, I can't do that.
I mean, it's something for the kids, but there's no movies coming out in 2019 that I really care to see. Oh, there is one called Ma, M-A, Ma.
That seems to be. I heard something.
That looks all right.
Godzilla.
Where he fights King Ghidorah. How do you say the monster's name?
Which one?
The big gold dragon.
Oh, that's
with the 3 heads. He kind of looks like a Hydra from Greek mythology.
not Ghidorah.
Ghidorah, that's
Was
it.
it?
King Ghidorah.
You sure?
Pretty sure. Somebody put that in the comments too. What was the name of the big gold dragon thing from Godzilla
It's Mothra.
that had 3 long necks and 3 heads? Wasn't that King Ghidorah? And if so, Godzilla fans, put the correct spelling of that in the comments, because I was pretty sure it's King Ghidorah. He was bigger than Godzilla.
And he got there's 3 heads, right?
Yeah, he was gold colored.
Yeah.
I liked him.
Yeah.
Some of the Godzilla movies scared me when I was younger. Not terribly, but just were intense, you know.
And then there's gonna be what, Godzilla vs King Kong.
Yeah.
That's supposed to be coming up here soon.
If you watch Skull Island, that's why they made him bigger than what he really was. And it's just a repeat of what they did in the 40s. In the 40s, you know, King Kong was smaller, Godzilla was bigger. But Universal Studios made the King Kong versus Godzilla, and they had to size up King Kong for it, and that's what they're doing now. They're making King Kong bigger. It's like Peter Jackson's version of King Kong. That's my favorite King Kong of all.
I did not like it.
That's where we always disagree.
I just did not like that one.
I thought that was truer context.
The thing is, I like Jack Black too. I thought he was a nice attitude, but I just don't like what they went with.
You didn't like Peter Jackson's Kong because of Jack Black.
Not because of just Jack Black.
Sorry, Jack Black. I like your movies.
He was a good addition.
I like your movies, Jack Black.
But just, I don't know. The newer one, Kong was a Kong Skull Island.
Yeah.
I liked it because
I liked it too.
it was more of a more battle based, more action based, plus he's like so badass, like, you know what I mean? Like he used that. What was that? It's like a big propeller thing or something.
He used a propeller off of like a World War II battleship or aircraft carrier. I don't know, but it was a big propeller and the big anchor chain to beat that skull crawler. He's swinging that around.
I was like, oh man, that's crazy. Now that'd be a good battle. I really think like Godzilla, like in the Godzilla, the new one I think it's made, not the King of Monsters or whatever, but the Godzilla itself. He's going to get, I think it was Mothra.
Yeah.
And like the one movie did was so intense. Like he grabbed the Mothra's mouth, like poured it open, did this blast right down his throat.
Oh, that was like Mothra in this movie. See, I thought that too. Those 2 insect things. Yeah. I have no clue, but I guess with King of Monsters, where he fights Ghidorah, Godzilla fights Ghidorah, Mothra's in that. That's what I understood. I could be wrong.
It could be. Well, we'll have to look into that and see.
And I thought to myself, well, if that's not if Mothra's in this one, what were the names? There's another comment thing. When there's an interaction. What are the names of the creatures that Godzilla fought in the last Godzilla movie? Right before this one coming out with King Ghidorah, those insect-like things. Did they have a name?
I really don't know if they did.
I don't know what they were.
So it's mostly about Godzilla. So I thought the one was Mothra, just like a new age version of it.
That's what I thought.
The one had wings.
Yeah, the female one had wings. You know, if they're redoing all this, they're going to remake Gamera. Do you remember Gamera? I'm not saying that they're going to remake Gamera.
That'd be
stating that as a fact. I'm stating that. Being that they're remaking all this stuff, they're going to make as in a situation. Gamera, the giant turtle.
Oh, yeah.
That had the rocket-powered back legs. He'd pull his back legs in, and the 2 jet engine streams would shoot out. Gamera.
You know what that reminds me of for some weird reason?
Reminds me of.
You kind of laugh at Blastoise from Pokemon.
Yeah, it does.
With the Hydro Pumps that comes out of his shell.
Yeah, Blastoise.
That's just what it reminds me. But anyway, I'll put me back on Godzilla. It was like there's a lot of good, like one of my favorites was it Mecha Godzilla,
the robot version.
Yeah. Oh, that's such a good battle. That's a good one.
I have not seen nearly all of the Godzilla movies.
And then there was what Space Godzilla.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good one too.
And then there was that giant robot that he fought that wasn't Mecha Godzilla. It was human shaped. What was his name?
You got me. Put that in the comments.
Somebody link a good link. Yeah, link a good link. Post a good link of the list of all known monsters that Godzilla is either A teamed up with or B fought against, or both.
What was the name of that little Godzilla thing that was like his friend?
Godzilla's son.
Is that what it was?
He looked like a giant version of baby dinosaurs from
Yeah, what was his name?
Not the Mama. I don't know.
Yeah.
Post a link of all known Godzilla monster characters, friend or foe.
Yeah,
Anybody
put them
knows
all
it.
down.
Try to please make it not a wiki link. I'm not against Wikipedia. I'm not saying that. I don't know how credible some of their information is. I've found a lot of good use in Wikipedia, but when it comes to like monsters and stuff like that, I don't know. Post whatever you can find.
What, bad experiences? Or?
With Wikipedia?
Mhm.
No, it's just some of my kids in school, they have to do research. And I personally, well, you want to do research on the planets or whatever you're doing, I'd pop right up to Wikipedia. And all three of my boys who are all in high school, oh, the teacher doesn't allow us to use Wikipedia. I'm like, oh, why not? It's like the largest online encyclopedia about information there is, isn't there?
On Wikipedia?
Yeah, it's like the biggest online
You know, I never used it.
It's like the biggest online encyclopedia of information on the web.
The only time I ever used it was once in school. It was just coming out. And pretty much whenever you type something in, it didn't really have that much information at that time. It almost came up looking like a web page error. Almost looking. It was so bland and basic.
Oh yeah, now you see it. It's. I back in the day, I posted a few articles on Wikipedia. I don't know if they're still there or not.
We have to look that up and see.
Yeah.
Okay, funny topic. Let's try. What about Okay, here we go. That's a good one.
I need to laugh. Is it funny?
Well, no, it's not funny. I might get a little hungry now. What do you think would be the favorite food you ever had? Best favorite food you ever
had? My mom's homemade stuffed green peppers.
Ooh.
Second by a friend of hers that she used to work with, made homemade raviolis. The stuffing, the raviolis,
Wait, is that the meat raviolis?
She made a bunch.
Oh, it's a bunch of random flavors?
Yeah, she made a bunch. Ooh. I don't remember that woman's name. I want to say her name was Karen. I can't remember. It was one of the people my mom knew from work. Even the noodle dough was handmade. Everything about them was handmade. Even the sauce.
Was it always red sauce, Alfredo sauce? Did they change it up?
She made both. And they were delicious. I love those things, and that was my second favorite in the world. My mom's stuffed green peppers that she would make, because she made them specifically how I liked them, with more meat and less rice.
Ooh.
But she used lean beef and
meat buffet.
And your cabbage, potato, and ham soup that you make. Are we off air here?
I'm just trying to make hope or not.
I'm not redoing that whole thing over again.
Adjustments.
I'm not doing it. We can pick up, but I'm not redoing all that.
I was just trying to.
How many viewers are tuning in right now? We got to be different. We got to do different stuff than everybody else. And I'm not putting any other YouTuber out there. I watch most of your channels out there. Believe me, I do.
Okay, we're still on, so
I'm just saying, all you other YouTube channelers out there that have a lot of notoriety, I watch you. I'm not going to say names because I'm not showing favoritism, but I've watched a lot of you.
Yeah, I know. I spend a lot of time on YouTube. I watch it probably daily.
We got to do something different, though. We're not competing with them, and congratulations to your YouTube success, but we got to come up with different stuff to do.
Oh, yeah, I agree. Something weird, maybe like I want to give up no secrets, but like I don't know.
Maybe we can have our viewers put in the comments too what they'd like to see us do.
Yeah, what
But
would you
keep
like
it-
to see us do?
But keep it clean and safe and sane. You know,
Yeah,
we're not putting ourselves at risk. We're not getting up on any scaffolding. We're not gonna mess with local law authorities or prank anybody on a dangerous level.
or dangerous chemicals. I really don't feel like.
Yeah, we're not gonna be making no homemade surprises.
Like, what are those things called? The laundry things?
Tide Pods?
Yeah, I'm not stupid like that.
We do crazy stuff.
You have to be really messed up.
Stick my tongue on a glue trap used to catch rats and mice.
Ooh. What's that different?
I've done it once.
How was it?
Well, first, before I did it, I called an 800 number on the back. Okay?
Yeah.
I'm not going to say the company's name of the glue trap that I used.
I think that's a good idea.
But if you know glue traps, who the major producer of those glue traps are, if you live in the United States. But I called the 800 number and I spoke live with a representative and I told them what I wanted to do and they're like, well, okay. But I said, is there any toxic chemicals or poisons used to kill what's caught in the trap? And they said, no, it's just a glue adhesive and it's 99% fairly non-toxic.
Apparently.
Fairly, I'm still here. Maybe that's why I have all the health problems I got now.
That's why you're a little short on top there.
That's why I wear my hat. That's right. Until I shave. When I shave. Then
I tell you what, you know what we should do?
what's that?
If we hit 100 likes on this,
100 likes.
what if we have Sean show you his head? What do you think of that?
100 likes?
100 likes.
What, before and after I shave?
Not likes, 100 likes or 100 views. Yeah. You have to show it. Exactly. It means you can't shave it or not right now. It'll be exactly the way it is. Give him something to tune back in for.
I'll do that.
That'd be pretty cool.
I'm not embarrassed that I'm going bald. It's just I'm not. I'm not
it's
embarrassed
just
that I'm
funny.
going bald.
I just think it's funny how you said it. Like, I'm not ashamed of it. I was like, okay, that's fine.
I'm not ashamed of it. It's just I look like I have mange. I'm 39. I have 4 children.
It's okay. I'll be there soon. Well, I can't say much.
If we reach 300 likes or 300 views, you gotta dye your beard blue.
Right? Yeah, I need something different.
I agreed to my end, but if you're not willing to dye your, because you gotta go to work like that.
I'm gonna shave it off. Yeah, I'll grow it out and dye it blue. Not like a dark blue, but like a real bright blue.
I've worked 6 months, half a year growing mine. I have not touched a razor or even trimmed in 6 months. I like my beard. If I can't grow my hair on the top of my head the way I see it, I'll grow it on the bottom.
Mine goes out pretty good until it starts curling up, and then once it starts jabbing me in the chest.
Kenny Loggins style,
Yeah, it's
all wavy. You look like the dwarf off of the Hobbit. The Hobbit.
Have you ever seen me with like my fully grown beard?
Yes, I have. Back when I first met you,
Yeah, when
it was all wavy. You
like,
look like Teen Wolf, man.
It's like the dad.
You look like Teen Wolf's dad from the one with Michael J. Fox, where it's all wavy. It looks like Gandalf.
It was madness.
How long did you grow that back then? Was that a whole year?
Oh, yeah, probably about a year. Yeah. This is a mad beard.
So what else do our viewers want to see? Leave comments what you'd like us to see. What do you want to do? What things do you want discussed?
Yes, we can talk all night.
We'll do other stuff. I mean,
as long as I don't like pass out, I do that sometimes. Like I was getting here talking about like this. You're like, Ryan, you need me to go home. I'm like, like I'm just laying there. Like I even snore and scare myself. I snore so loud, like give me half a stroke.
no,
Like seriously, oh my God.
stroke. That isn't why I'm laughing.
Yeah, you are.
Strokes aren't funny. No.
Oh, strokes ain't funny, I know, but it is when it ain't a stroke. It almost seems like it like scares the crap out of you. Have you ever had a moment when you were dreaming and like you fall and you're laying in your bed?
Yeah.
That.
When I was younger, I'd have those dreams where it would feel like I'd be asleep, but I wasn't in dream state, but I was asleep. And in my sleep state, it felt like the whole bed would lift up off of the floor and start spinning either clockwise or counterclockwise and gain speed and gain speed and gain speed. And I'd be like getting a death grip on my mattress so I wouldn't fly out. And then I'd wake up out of it and it'd just feel like I'd hit my bed like I was a foot or two above my bed. And I'm like, oof.
That scared the crap out of me.
I haven't had that in a long time.
Yeah, I think we just got old and like our body just doesn't care anymore. You know what I mean?
When's the worst? What funny situation ever scared you the worst? I mean, what was the worst, scariest experience of your life that's not truly deeply serious or personally emotional? You have a situation. Because I don't want to strike up anything.
Most serious?
They can leave that in the comments too. When was the worst you were ever scared, but then it turned out to be something nothing, and then it was funny in hindsight? That's what I mean to ask.
I'd probably say when at the old house in Ktown, that's where we are now, in Ktown, and I fell down the steps.
That wasn't funny.
It is now.
For you.
Like, I remember me and the wife was arguing about something dumb. I forget what it was. But we have 2 steps, a big platform, and then 15 steps, and another platform, and 3 steps at the bottom. You okay? I wouldn't forget to leave.
I'll be right back. Okay?
Where you going?
Do you need me to check?
Right there.
Oh.
I was just throwing something away outside.
Your macaroni and cheese awaits, Jamie. But oh yeah, back to my story.
You fell down the steps.
Yeah, I fell down the steps, and what it was my foot, the side was only like a quarter weight on. I must have turned to put all my weight on it, and my ankle gave out, and I just started rolling down the steps backwards, and I just kept going up and down. And Janie's screaming down the steps, "Ryan, stop it!" You know, I'm trying to catch the railing the whole way down.
She thought that you were just beating the walls in a fit, but here you were falling.
I was falling, rolling backwards down the steps, and I kept catching the railing every time I kept on going upside down. Kept catching.
Cut it out!
Quit it! And just music, like I finally hit the bottom of the steps.
I was like, thank you, I fell.
And I laid there, and I'm just like, yep, something broke. It was my ankle. I was stuck off my ankle for like 6. What was that, 6 months, Jamie?
6 weeks at least.
Yeah.
But it wasn't your ankle, it was your foot. You had to.
Busted metatarsal.
No, he had a hairline fracture in his foot.
Yeah, it's like the joint.
You want to hear about the worst time I was scared? Turned out to be nothing.
Yeah, it's all be good.
Oh, it is good. Back when Barb and I were first married. And that's another subject. We can talk about ghosts if you want.
All right, that's all kinds of stuff.
Well, so this is kind of like a ghost story, but not really. But anyway, in our old home that we lived in before we moved, different times the doorknobs and things like that would turn ever so slightly by themselves. Okay, just minor, nothing like major. Multiple times. It got to the point where everybody in the house heard that. We didn't know what it was, and we just let it go. But it was kind of unnerving at night. You know, she heard it. All the kids heard it. Her sister, when her sister was living with us for a while, heard it. I heard it. She heard it. We all heard it. So anyway, to my point, I got up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom. So I went to the bathroom. How detailed do you want this?
Well, as long as like boobies and nothing hanging out or anything, you have to say whatever you got to, you know.
So I was going to the bathroom, and I was in the middle of sitting, and I heard the doorknob turn. So I thought it was one of the kids. So while I'm sitting, and I said, well, there's someone in here. Just going to have to wait. And then some time had gone by. I was finishing up and turned the second time. I said, someone's in here. You're just going to have to wait. And then I was washing my hands, and the doorknob on the bathroom.
Oh yeah, I remember this story. Yeah.
The doorknob turned a third time, and I got irritated at that point. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning. I said, just wait your turn. Maybe not in those words, but so I finish up, and I hurry up. And I rip the door open to see who's there. Nothing. So I stand at the edge of the bathroom door, which angled right into our kitchen, and I look into the kitchen, no one's there. I took one step away from the door of the bathroom after I turned the lights off, and I froze. And I saw about 4.5 foot tall, perfect black silhouette in the shape of a human being. And I froze, and I was petrified, and I thought in my mind, well, that's the thing that's in the house that's been turned on the doorknobs. I legitimately thought I seen a full-blown ghost with my 2 eyes, which I've never had. I never have seen anything really.
That's funny when you get scared too. Like you let out the most deep, lung-piercing scream.
I did. I stood there and it looked at me and I looked at it, and all I seen was a silhouette of a 4.5 foot tall figure shaped like a human being. And I tried to rationalize it, but my blood literally ran cold. But I didn't know it ran cold. And I said, well, I'm going to close my eyes. I'm going to open them. And when I open them, one of 2 things are going to happen. It's either going to be staring me right in the face or it's going to be gone. You know, I'm going to close my eyes. Open them. It's going to be right there. Or it's going to be gone. So I closed my eyes and I said, okay, time to calm down. Get yourself calm down. I opened them. It was still standing in the same spot. And then it moved its one arm. And when it moved its arm, I screamed. A harpy, banshee, death scream. I'm surprised the police didn't show up at the house. I screamed like there was a murder going on. I screamed. My throat was sore. My throat got raw.
That almost reminds me of the time where I thought we were being followed because I saw that girl in the window. We're going out for Pizza Hut, remember? You caught that picture in the phone?
We'll get to that.
Oh,
I'll let you tell that.
Oh, I suck at telling stories, but it was so good.
I screamed. It was then I realized it was my second oldest son. He was younger and shorter then.
Hold on, give me 1 second here.
And when I realized it was him,
Yeah.
when I realized it was him,
Yeah, keep going. I'm listening. Give me 1 second.
I realized it was him, and I turned on the light, and he started bawling. And I got down on my knees, to get to his height, and I pulled him into a hug, and I said, oh, man, I'm sorry. I wouldn't scream at you like that. And it was funny after the fact, but I thought I was going to die. I really did. I didn't know how scared I was because I felt the literal warmth of my blood start to circulate through my body again. And it was hard to breathe. And after I realized it was him, and after we got that settled, and after I explained to my wife that, nothing had happened, it was just this case of mistaken identity. I'm surprised I didn't have a heart attack. No, I just seen one in the living room. Oh, we're there.
You gotta drink. I gotta grab some water.
I realized, it was funny afterward, but I relaxed, and they say that you can, can I get some more of that?
Yeah, sure.
Well, if you want to have it, get yours first.
I'll be drinking that.
Don't listen to me. Get yours first. Thank you.
Sure, top you off.
When I relax, they say that people lose control of their bowels when they get scared half to death, and that's a common theme. I personally, through experience, don't know how a person can soil themselves when they're scared half to death in a moment of true terror, because everything clenches up drum tight. Everything. Because I got a cramp in my bullseye when I lay down.
In the bullseye.
I was laying down, and then I was asleep. And my body was relaxing, and then I had a muscle spasm. I was like, oh!
And then this all release.
No! I didn't mess myself. But I got a cramp down there, and I was like, how is that possible?
It's funny. It's funny what your body does when you're put in those kind of situations.
Tell them about the face. Should we say the name of the individual or no? After the
No.
rest? Okay.
No, better not do that. That's not smart. Oh man, we were driving. See, we were leaving the house to go pick up a friend. I worked at a restaurant. We're going up. We're just going to the end of the street. I was making a left-hand turn. And I see this face with long hair. This girl that looked like she was drenched wet.
You said from the ring. She looked like the ring girl.
Yeah, that's what she
Or
looked
from the
like.
garage.
Like she just came out on a thing of water, but like dead looking. And it was like right in the window, right next to Sean's face.
I didn't see a thing.
It was like, Sean.
And when he says my name a certain way, I know that he sees something. I've known him. We've known each other for going on 9 years. And whenever you say something, my name a certain way, I know it's something serious.
I've been that way my whole life.
Go ahead.
But basically, it's like, Sean.
I'm sitting there like, what?
He's like, what? No. Like his hands are someone's head. Like, what? It's like, look out the window. You're like, no, I don't want to do it. It's like, just do it.
No, I'm not looking out the
I'm
window.
not doing it.
You like, look behind the seat.
Yeah, I was like, oh, just look behind the seat. You're like, no.
Look behind us. Look in the
I
back
was like,
seat.
just look, because it was in the window and it went back. Not to the seat, but back out the direction. Just look real quick. I can't do it. I'm driving. You're like, no, I'm not doing it.
I'm not doing it. You must have said, I'm not doing it like a dozen times in a minute.
So then we just get up there, we're taking pictures all over the car.
I got out and I took photos of your vehicle just to see if there was any.
Front to back, left to right, all the doors,
Yeah.
all the windows.
Yeah.
And then we're like, okay, Sean, get in here. You know, he's like, all right, I guess. And you start looking through the pictures.
I did.
And then next thing I'm just sitting there, and I wish I could explain in detail what the sound he made sounded like, but it almost sounded like he had a heart attack, a stroke, and then like not a scream, but like a I don't know, squeal maybe.
Well, there was that evil-looking, gaunt skeleton face with big black eyes and hair hanging down right in front of your windshield. From where you were sitting in the driver's seat, it would not have been possible for you to get the angle in your face and that right-hand side of the windshield like that.
It just, it's just like he, like not scream, but like it was like, I don't know, wailed.
It was a death wail.
Like, wah! Like, he just grabbed his hand. Like, what? I know he's dying. I know his heart stopped. I know what it's gonna do. I have my phone on me.
That's funny.
I was like, I'm thinking first thing from my head, I'm gonna run this restaurant. I should go and get an ambulance. He's not already dead in the car. And it's gonna be a long night of talking to the police, and there's all kinds of craziness. They have to explain to his kids and his wife.
I'm looking through my cell phone, which I don't have anymore. I'm cell phone free. I don't believe in technology anymore. But I'm looking through my cell phone, and I'm going through pictures, and I see that ugly golem face looking in the window. I'm like, I had this. I'm like, yeah!
It's like
It was terrible.
it was like we just.
Well, it
can't-
scared me seeing that.
Like we just can't do justice on what you did. It was just,
No, I can't fake that type of
like he literally saw something that scared him to death.
on a photograph,
Yes,
on a cell phone taken picture. That's
like
how
he
horrible
never
that
wanted to see it. He just
Well, that's exactly it.
yes. It's
It
like,
was a horrifying looking face with black hair and big black buggy eyeballs. And just seeing the picture of it, knowing that he said he saw what he saw, and then maybe 10 minutes later, I got a photograph of the same thing on the front windshield. Well, there's only one windshield. I guess you could call the back windshield, but and the windshield in the front, there was that face on my side. That could not have been you, the way you were sitting in behind the wheel. It scared me. I was like, yeah, terrified me.
I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what I was going to do. Yeah, and we've seen stuff, not probably in our own personal lives. We've seen things, but usually when we're together, but we almost never seen that. We're ready for it too. I mean,
Individually, we see it, but when we're together, it's a very
extremely rare occurrence. I mean, we hear things and feel things, but never really like. Because we like the term, like just come out with us, which Ain't really.
We've heard a bunch of inexplicable stuff. Well, there was that time. Well, we can't say the name of the place where we went, but there was that time with the Native American drums.
That was
the best.
I was just like, get out of here, like right away.
In short, we went to a place. I'm not going to say the place because I'm not. Well, if they wanted to get us, they would have got us by now. But
Yeah,
you
just
know,
to be safe.
just to be safe, so no one else takes up the journey and does get caught or get in trouble. We went to an area where there was supposed government operations going on. Supposed. We don't know where it was. So we went to the area and we hiked through the woods and we started going up the hill through the woods toward this place to get a better view. So, and we don't know if they were working on alien technology or UFOs or some sort of. We don't know what they were doing. I couldn't honestly tell you, even if I did. I did know. I would tell you, but I don't know to tell you. So we're halfway up that hill, and we just heard this Native American drum music. Which, to note, that land used to be Native American land, and it was just like out of the movie Jumanji, where it started soft and it got closer and louder and closer and louder. And the way the drums were coming at us, we're up a hill like this. They were further away, coming toward us like that.
That almost seemed like every direction too. Like it was all right.
And it was moving through brush and broken trees and thorn bushes and foliage, however you say it, plant life that grows on the floor of a forest. Okay, foliage, I don't know.
Foliage, something like that.
And it was just so thick in that area that a person couldn't walk through that without making a peep. But this was the drums. It was just Native American drum beat. And I've listened to different various Native American drum music and drum chants, and it was identical. It was a fast-paced beat, and we were seeing shadow people.
Yeah.
Dozens and dozens and dozens of shadow people dart all around us through these trees in the dark. They were darker than the dark of the night around us through the trees.
It was fast.
And they weren't tall. They were maybe, 5 feet tall, 5.5 feet tall. And they're moving quick as lightning just between us. And there was more and more and more of them as the drums got closer. So we decided to go down to the bottom of the hill. As soon as we got to the flat of the bottom of the hill, as soon as our feet touched the flat of the bottom of the hill, off of that hill, that was in the same exact moment, in sync, that's when the last drum beat. So as we're going down, it was like boom. And I'm not being rude or inconsiderate of those that are Native American. I do cherish you and love you the same as I try to with all the people. And I'm not mocking when I do this. But as we're going down the hill, it's like boom, 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 boom. And as soon as our feet hit the bottom, right off the hill, boom.
Yeah, as soon as we hit the bottom, it stopped.
It was timed. The Native American spirits were telling us to get out of there, not because of them, but I honestly think it was a warning that if we would have went the way we went, we would have gotten caught and gotten in trouble with the government.
Well, we both agreed on that. That's just what it seemed like.
It wasn't scary. It was a warning. Then we went up the other way, remember? And when we got to the top of the hill, we heard that Native American brave, like that Native American warrior war cry.
You're like, all right, we're going. We just, after all that,
I don't do the ghost hunt anymore. I'll get into the supernatural cryptid hunting.
Yeah, we've been looking into that.
I'd rather take on a physical, tangible entity than, say, a spirit or a ghost. Even though either one can be dangerous. And some can debate, looking, for example, for Bigfoot is more dangerous than looking for a ghost. I think it can go either way.
Yeah, the supernatural is a whole different level, though. I mean, it's just...
What differentiates supernatural from paranormal? That's another thing everybody can comment about. What is the clear classification of supernatural versus paranormal?
Hopefully they can help us know. Put down in the comments what you think. Let us know. But most, I don't know. Supernatural.
Is paranormal more of the ghost and spirit aspects of the side, and supernatural more like the cryptids and the monster sightings of that side?
Yeah, I think it is. That's what
I'd rather go looking for monsters if they are out there than I would ghosts. Everybody looks for ghosts. That could be something we could do and film and do a video of.
Oh yeah, there's all kind of places I've seen too.
Would you like to see us go and hunt cryptid creatures? Yay or nay on that?
Yeah, let us know what you think about that. We'll take you with us.
Do we have the equipment to do a live thing?
Oh yeah,
We can do it. You're saying we can do it live
we can do it live.
on YouTube.
Yeah.
Record a cryptid hunting special.
Yeah.
Okay.
At least something for our future events there.
I'd rather tackle on that than tackle on a ghost. Because with a creature, let's say if they are real, and I know I said that kind of sarcastically, but I didn't mean to. They're not going to follow you home. They'll just kill you in the middle of the woods and eat your body, and you'll never be seen by society again. Is where with a ghost or what have you, you can bring them home and cause everybody months and years long worth of agony and woe. Whereas if you go out in the woods and take on whatever,
It's a risk either way.
like that show Mountain Monsters. Nothing against the boys that made Mountain Monsters. I love that show until the last season.
One.
That's all I want to say about that. Yeah, they might watch this, and I'm not saying nothing bad about the show. I enjoyed Mountain Monsters. If you're watching, I enjoyed your show. I've watched religiously every episode, even up until the last season. I wish you well.
Wish you well in your travels.
Trapper, I hope you get the film better. Trapper, the leader, is having some issues. I think that's what really did it in.
Could have been, which everybody has issues.
I remember when Trapper, on the one episode of Mountain Monsters, Trapper had the bad tooth, and he yanked it out with a pair of pliers, spit the blood out, and then took a sip of whatever it was, whatever he had on him. Some type of alcohol. I'm going to guess. I don't know. I can't say. But I was under the impression it was like moonshine or something, and he just swished with it and just spit that out again. And everybody else is standing there cringing like, ugh.
I do remember that episode.
Oh. I like when the one, what was his name? Huckleberry. They're going after something, and they're bouncing in their side by side. Their 4-wheel drive, what I call a mule or a gator.
Oh yeah.
It's a golf course. It's a golf cart that you can take. It's an ATV version of a golf cart.
Like a rhino.
Yeah. And they're chasing something down in the woods. They're hitting all these dips and potholes and mud puddles. And Trapper, not Trapper, my goodness. Huckleberry, he's choking like, like, what's wrong? He's like, I'm swallowing my tobacco. Oh. What's next on the menu, Ryan?
Nothing. The hour's coming up, so I mean, we'll probably have to close it up in an hour and see how it goes. But basically, yeah. For those who do watch, thank you for watching. For those who comment, thank you for commenting when you do.
Yes.
If you do, like I said,
give us
subscribe,
ideas.
hit the little bell for notifications, and I think it's on the top of the screen, the little bell thing. That'll let you know when we got new premium subscription, and we got new videos coming out. I'll let you know right away.
Tell us what kind of zany adventures you'd like us to go on.
Oh, all kinds.
Nothing life-threatening, please.
Like mostly, we'll pretty much do some other play stuff, but mostly we'll really hit up our containing or areas that we spent well. Which Garrett Run, that's a really good story there, but yeah,
What?
We'll talk about it later.
What was it? What's the subject?
Well, I can't really get into the subject right now.
Okay.
But yeah, it's all kinds of crazy stuff on this area. Like Ktown, honestly, I don't want to say I hate it, but I like it at the same time because it does have a lot of history. All the things we did, ghost hunting, monster hunting.
We've never really monster hunted yet.
We're just starting to get into that. But yeah, it's we'll do all kinds of zany adventures. Like summertime's coming up, so we'll do all kinds of cool stuff. We do like a little slip and slide adventure or something.
How about identify that bug?
Yeah.
With all the crazy bugs, I'll get my son who loves insects
Oh yeah.
to capture a bug, and I'll bring him a specimen of a bug, either alive or not. And if it's not alive, I will announce how it perished, so animal rights activists don't throw a fit. Like if he found one that was already deceased, I'll let you know. But if he finds a live weird insect, I'll get in a little container and I'll show it up, and people can identify the bug.
Or just kids, like it's crazy. Just you can find anything in a spot where you think it could be found.
He must be an archaeologist.
Probably be a good film for him to be honest.
I hope he doesn't.
Probably be a good film for him. But yeah, this is Ryan and Sean. We're signing off. We'll see you again. Again, subscribe, comment, bell, like, all that good stuff. And that's anything else you'd like to say? We'll see you later. Thanks for joining us.
Yep.